You're watching News 54. Gatundu Member of Parliament 𝗪𝗼𝗄𝗎 Kuria has finally announced his staunch political stand as far as 2023 presidential election is concerned after dismissing claims of leaving the Tangatanga camp to join another party. For the first time, the lawmaker has now announced his unwavering and unshakable support for DP William Ruto's UDA party, even though he's not a member, and the 2022 presidential bid at large, after telling him that he has always done what it takes to ensure that Raila doesn't become the next president. At the same time, the ODM party leader Honorable Raila Odinga has now received some good news following the emergence of reports that President Uhuru Kenyatta has threw his weight behind his 2022 bid. According to the statement released by 𝗕𝗲𝘀𝗍𝗶𝗃, it's reported that President Uhuru Kenyatta has also announced his commitment to ensuring that Raila becomes the next president, while at the same time dismissing reports that his camp is planning to betray him.
By RUTO, registrar of political parties, about the initiative they have taken to ensure that the joining of parties and resignation from parties is done through integration with the e-citizen. That's a very progressive initiative. And I want to urge Treasury to ensure that without any delay, they release the money that the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties needs, so that we can now see in reality which parties have which members. Right now it's very complicated process for people to leave one party and join another party. And so people are actually finding themselves either in parties they didn't join, or actually they are locked in parties they don't want to leave. So we would want to see that being progressed. I would agree that we have the most expensive elections in Africa, probably in the world. But also Kenyans have to ask themselves why we don't trust each other, because the reason that we have got bloated budgets or per capita, per vote expense on our elections is among the highest in the world, because we don't trust each other. You find countries like in the US whereby even people who the returning officers are part-time workers, and they go and they conduct elections and then they declare the result, and everybody trusts that. And also, the elections are conducted at state level. We don't want to see that kind of devolved elections management, whereby if it's Murang'a County, even if it's a presidential election, you finish that business in Murang'a. You just send your results. So this thing of sending all the results to Nairobi and creating the tension in the country, would want counties to be enabled. We have county elections board at county level, so that we are able to consolidate all the results, and then we can send the results which is just for tabulation purposes. So this issue of trying to transmit all the results to Nairobi is also making our elections very expensive, first of all, and secondly, creating tension in the country when we look at that. So let's finish this business at county level, and let's also, as Kenyans, have trust on each other. Let's not believe that the next guy wants to steal elections. If we do that, the cost of elections is going to be low. We should have, actually, I would have said monthly before, but now because we have got only 52 weeks before the next general election, we need to have this on a weekly basis. We need to have meeting 1 all the way to meeting 52 of all the 73, 74 registered political parties, so that we can be able to, to scrutinize the progress we made, as we get to 2022. This is not it's not an event, it's a process. So we need to have a continuous stakeholder engagement, preferably on a weekly basis, so that we can be able to engage and see how we can be able to improve, so that we don't get into next year, then some people, as they are used to do, they start saying that 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃. So we need to have that engagement on a continuous basis. And if we do that, by the way, given the extra money that he's asking for, we will be his advocates to talk to Treasury to get them more money. Once we are convinced that they are on the right track, do we have the equipment that we need? All the KIMS kits, are they working? What kind of failures can we expect on election day? So we need to engage on this thing. So let Chebukati not close doors and lock himself up there. You guys in the media were here last week, exactly Tuesday last week, when we were at Kabati for the funeral of Joel Kibe's mother, and you could see national leaders who were there. The Honorable Raila Odinga, the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, the Honorable 𝗕𝗲𝗢 and the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. And only these leaders from out there were given a chance to address the people. My good friend, the local MP for Kandara, Alice Wahome, local MP was not given a chance. And something, rang a bell in my mind, that if we are not careful as Mount Kenya region, we are going to be spectators of Mashemeji Derby between Gor Mahia and 𝗕𝐹𝐶 Leopards. We are going to be like spectators of the Olympics, to see other people in the game and we are not in the game. It is not possible and it's not practical. It's not acceptable at all. And we should not be called tribalists when we say we need a party to advance the agenda of our region. That's a reality. There's this road here that goes to Makeji, which myself and the Honorable Kimani Ichungwa, when we were in the budget committee before we were, unfairly bumped out, we put money there because I know where Makeji is and I know where Kandara is. I really cannot, know exactly about that road in Siaya, but I can contribute to this part, then another part, and together we form a mosaic of parties that are going to build a nation. There is no nation that can be stable without pillars, and the pillars that make the nation are political parties. So I think it's unfair because we have already agreed for the first time in 30 years that you're not going to have someone on top of the ticket from this region. Now we agree to that and still you want to deny us a chance of having a party. It's grossly unfair. It's unacceptable. I don't care whether I'm shut out of government, this one or the next one, but I will start with that one because, I'm speaking for millions and millions of people who want a party that is going to advance about our roads, about jobs for our youth, about our businesses, about our milk, about our tea, about our coffee, about our rice in Kirinyaga. These are issues that need articulation from a particular vehicle that really understands what is, the underlying issues of that particular region. So let no one call us tribals for doing that. It is our inalienable right, and we're not going to Banduki on this particular one. So tuzoeane mapema. Na nima budget ito yake tulano nemo ya 𝗕𝗲𝗍 𝗔𝗔 thĩinĩ wa Africa ona hakuhĩ thĩ yothe. Na kĩrĩa mũno gĩcũngagĩra ithurano citũkũgĩa na ngarama igũrũ nĩ kwaga gwĩtĩkania, tondũ andũ a Kenya metĩkĩtie ũcio ũngĩ mwĩ nake nĩ mũici hĩndĩ ciothe. Koguo ũkona rĩu ũgweta kũrĩa Amerika andũ arĩa marũgamagĩrĩra ithurano ta returning officer mamba gũtiga wĩra wa mũthenya hwaĩ-inĩ magathiĩ ona matirĩhagwo. Koguo no nyende kuga ona gũtuĩka ithurano ciĩna goro, Akenya nao mamenye ũhoro wa kwĩhokana, ũhoro wa kĩndũ gĩtagwo trust, tondũ nĩguo ũratũma tondũ mũndũ wothe areciria gĩthurano nĩ kĩraiywo, nĩ ũndũ wa ũguo rĩu